They got something up there that belongs to us. They got something in their trophy case that belongs to us, and we're getting it back this year. Yeah. We're getting it back this year.
Coming up next on Hooten's Arkansas football, highlights from big high school games all around the state, including top-ranked Warren and Little Rock Central, plus a double-A dandy from Searcy between Harding Academy and Palestine-Wheatley. And we'll take you down to Dollarway to meet the Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week and up to Bologna for our Spirit Students of the Week. It's all next, and it's all on Hooten's Arkansas football.
Now, Arkansas's most watched sports show, Hooten's Arkansas football.
Hello and welcome to Hooten's Arkansas football. The third week of the high school season produced some outstanding matchups. Central against Cabot, Fayetteville down at Pine Bluff, Warren and Pulaski Academy, and Carlisle against Hazen. And that's where we'll begin with AA highlights brought to you by State Farm.
You got a lot of years riding on this. You got a lot of old cronies out there on that fence row and that fence row. You got a lot of tradition to uphold, baby. A lot of weight on your shoulders. But you can handle it.
Yes, sir.
Again, that's why you're the Bison, because you can handle it.
That's Carlisle coach John Stewart, whose Bison were trying to make it 17 in a row over hated rival Hazen. Carlisle appeared ready to do just that on their opening drive. The Bison and quarterback Heath Hawkins connects with Mitch Petrus. That's an 8-yard pickup to midfield. Carlisle would cap a 9-play drive moments later when senior John Singleton sprints 15 yards for the score. Carlisle was up 7-0. Hazen tried to strike back on its first drive. Junior quarterback Nathan Campbell hits Eric Mosby for a 20-yard gain to the Carlisle 32. This drive would stall, but the Hornets would not. The streak is over. Hazen's senior-laden Hornets come from behind on the road and win for the first time in 17 attempts against the Bison. Final score, Hazen 28, Carlisle 23. Perryville Mustang fans had lots to cheer about after beating their first two opponents by a combined 100-19. Last night, Perryville led Arkansas Baptist 13-12 late in the third quarter, but Baptist was running hard with Casey Jones getting 78 yards on the night, and his run would set up Paul Bucheri for the 29-yard field goal that put Baptist ahead 15-13 heading into the fourth quarter. Perryville quarterback Lance Munn passed for almost 300 yards, but this toss is intercepted by guess who? It's Bucheri. He kicked the field goal, then picked off this pass. Baptist was able to hold on to its 2-point lead down the stretch, but Perryville had a last chance in the final seconds. Munn heaves a Hail Mary, but it's knocked away and Baptist hangs on. Final score, Arkansas Baptist 15, Perryville 13. It's a great day.
Let me tell you one more thing. I'm going to let you speak. Let me tell you one more thing. Hey, in the morning when you grab the paper, Sunday morning, and you look at that 4 AA, it's going to be a stop.
We knew coming into the game they were physical. We knew they were strong. We knew they were going to be bigger than us in the line. And we knew they were a pretty darn good team when we came in there.
And we wrap up our exclusive Class 2A coverage on Hooten's Arkansas football with the thriller at Harding Academy. Palestine-Wheatley and Harding tied at 22 late in the third quarter when Harding Academy's Kurt Adams steps in front of the pass. Kurt had a huge night, 400 yards of offense, and this interception for a touchdown. Harding was up 29-22. But Palestine-Wheatley's backup quarterback, Brad Samora, came right back for the Patriots, hitting senior Rashawn Barnes with the deep ball. Samora did a heck of a job, starting in place of suspended starter Fred Leak. Then, Brad Barton takes a double handoff and goes 5 yards for the Palestine TD, and it was a 1-point game headed in the fourth quarter, Harding up 29-28. Palestine, though, would tack on 2 more touchdowns in the fourth quarter, including this gutsy 23-yard run by Barnes. He fights off a leg cramp to get in the end zone. Barnes, Barton, and Antonio Leak are all seniors for Palestine, and all 3 ran for more than 100 yards against Harding's new and improved defense. But Harding still had a chance with 2 minutes to go and no timeouts. The Wildcats would cover 78 yards and have 9 seconds to spare when Zach Tribble finds Craig Kell for the score. Then Tribble would loft a conversion toss to Michael Key. It was tied at 44, and we're headed for overtime.
We got 1 timeout.
basically, if you watch college ball, it's just you score, we got to score.
And keep on fighting, guys. That's all. Hey, fight. Just be a fighter. And let the chips fall where they lay.
Harding won the toss, got the ball first in the 10, but the Wildcats could not convert on 4 tries. But Antonio Leak could for Palestine-Wheatley. This 18-yard field goal is the winner. Final score, Palestine-Wheatley 47, Harding Academy 44.
All right, Matrix sons are fighting. I won the victory.
Hey, what a great opponent, though. Hey, what a great opponent, though. Oh, man. Awesome opponent. Awesome. That game could have won either way. Hey, nobody deserved to lose that game.
No.
Nobody deserved to lose that game, but I'm sure glad we won.
Good shout out to the linemen. They was blocking. They was doing a great job. Antonio Lee kicked the winning field goal. You know, I was real proud of that. For a minute there, I got down, man, because I threw that pick. But after that, I threw that bomb, and I was all smiles. We got good coaches.
If defense still wins championships, Rising is on its way. The Wildcats took out Bearden 24-6 and have allowed just 14 points through 3 games. Barton was idle Friday night, but moves up after Junction City and Harding Academy lost. Charleston and East Poinsett County were both winners. Palestine-Wheatley climbs 8 spots to number 5. The Patriots are big, fast, and physical, and their conditioning was good enough to chase Harding Academy receivers and punish Wildcat defenders for more than 3 hours. Harding Academy slips 3 spots to number 6. There's Mountainburg and Dirks. The Outlaws took Class 3A Glen Rose to the woodshed 45-6. Greenland tied Class 3A Elkins. Gurdon knocked off Junction City. The defending state champions have not started a season with a 1-2 record in a long time. There's Jesseville and Hector 3-0. Hazen leaps to number 14 after its triumph at Carlisle. Number 15 is Bearden. The Bears hung tough with Rising. Then it's Hughes, Carlisle, All-Timer, and Cross County. The Thunderbirds from Cross County are the best winless team in AA football. You can bet on that. Lavaca crushed Johnson County Westside. And next up, it's rival Charleston in a key 1AA matchup. Mount Ida, Danville, Eudora, Arkansas Baptist, and Perryville round out the top 25. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football. Highlights from Class 3A. We got some dandy ball games coming up for you. You're watching Hooten's Arkansas football.
They got some in their trophy case that belongs to us, and we're getting it back this year. Yeah. We're getting it back this year. I have no doubt in your mind, because I'm going to tell you what, at 3:30 today, the best show on turf got in a yellow bus and drove 90 miles to Central Arkansas to get revenge, and it's going to happen. Yeah.
Coach Embry told one of the media members they want to beat us worse than we beat them last year. That is a challenge. That's a challenge to your manhood. That's a challenge to you as an individual. It's time to step up and take care of that challenge.
Both coaches, Kevin Kelly from Pulaski Academy and Bo Embry from Warren, were expecting a victory Friday night as these elite teams from Class 3A met in West Little Rock. Pulaski Academy would strike first. After Stephen Newell takes the direct snap for a romp, he'll again take the direct snap, but this is a setup. Newell pulls up and passes to the back of the end zone. Aaron Langford makes the catch, and PA was up 6-0.
Beautiful, baby! That's what we got to
Warren would try to answer. Just moments later, junior speedster Deontay Jackson. He gets loose around the end, and he's got lots of real estate before Trevor Gillott can pull him down. But Pulaski Academy would deny Warren. On 4th down, Aaron Rowell's pass to the end zone is knocked away by Brent Hanks. Great play by the junior to save the touchdown, and the lead was still 6-0. On offense, PA continued to have its way with Warren early. Sophomore quarterback Stephen Lux finds Gillott to set up the Bruins' second score of the night, and watch number 12. That's Aaron Langford again in his first season to play football, and Pulaski Academy was up 12-0. The Bruins had a couple of more chances to score in the first half. Lux finds Langford right down the middle to set up PA inside the 10-yard line, but the Bruins couldn't get it in here. But at the end of the game, the Bruins would get her done. Langford caught the game-winning touchdown as time expired, and the Bruins knock off number 1 Warren. Final score, Pulaski Academy 44, Warren 39. North Pulaski traveled to Lone Oak Friday night looking to double its win total from a year ago. Lone Oak led it 13-0 in the second quarter, though. But here comes North Pulaski. It's junior Roderick Rainey. He returns a short punt all the way down to the Lonoke 20-yard line. North Pulaski's in business, and 2 plays later, Falcon quarterback Mitchell Regnis connects with Sean Hand on the post pattern for a quick score. That cut Lonoke's lead to 13-6, and Rainey wasn't through. This time, he intercepts the Lonoke pass right before halftime and adds the nifty return, but North Pulaski couldn't capitalize on it, and the Jackrabbits sped away with 21 second-half points. Final score, Lonoke 34, North Pulaski 12. At Little Rock Christian, the Warriors were looking for their first win of the season against the Brinkley Tigers. And Christian took command in the third quarter as Peyton Greenwald takes Drew Johnson's screen past the distance. That put Christian up 35-14. Brinkley would try to rally with quarterback David Callahan looking to number 22. It's DJ Washington. But the Tigers had little success, and Little Rock Christian wins its first game as a member of Class 3A. Coach Hayden Gilder hopes the Warriors just don't get the big head. Final score, Little Rock Christian 38, Brinkley 20. Here is Hooten's Arkansas football Class 3A rankings. We've got a new number 1, CAC, back in the top spot for the first time since last November. Then it's Boonville and Pulaski Academy. The Bruins vault into the top 3 after an impressive win against Warren. The Lumberjacks fall from the top spot, but are still favored to win the 8 AAA. Then it's Rivercrest and Ashdown. Atkins won by 13 points Friday night at Shallow Christian. Nashville's number 8 and Star City scored 34 Friday night at Hampton. Osceola starts the second 10. The Seminoles won 2 non-conference games against 5A East opponents this year. Dollarway's up to number 12, and there's Pokey. The Redskins are averaging more than 40 points per night. Prescott's number 14, followed by Prairie Grove and Newport. The Hounds are winless and headed to Hoxie next. Lonoke is 17. Then it's Dover. Coach Mark Tucker's Pirates are 3-0. Shut out Waldron 33-0 Friday night. Gospel's number 19, and Harrisburg is 20. Harrisburg is 3-0 and looking to make the playoffs. Shallow Christian's 21, followed by Hoxie, McGee, Bauxite, and DeQueen, which debuts in the top 25 after winning 3 non-conference games by an average of 28 points.
Now, the United States Marines Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Cardinals wideout Jeremy Davis is a busy individual. He goes to school, plays football, works at Sonic, and still finds time to be an honor student.
Like, I get my work done in class, make sure I do that, go home, do my homework after practice or whatever. I just do what I got to do, get it done.
He can beat a team long, he can beat a team short, and he's not afraid to go over the middle.
He's a very competitive guy. You know, he realizes he's not the biggest receiver on the field, but he has a great background in terms of football, you know, with his father and his uncle.
Congratulations to Cardinals Jeremy Davis, the Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week.
And congratulations to Jeremy Davis from Dollarway, our Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football Class 4A highlights.
Sonic.
And we begin our Class 4A highlights with Pulaski Oak Grove at former conference rival Mayflower. Oak Grove is already up 16-0 and looking to prove it's not just the Darren McFadden show. That's James Mitchell stretching out for the touchdown and stretching the Hornets lead to 23-0. Then Ashton Johnson lofts it up, and KJ Walker is all alone for the grab. He waltzes into the end zone. That made it 30-0 in favor of Oak Grove, and the Hornets go on to win this one big. Final score, Oak Grove 37, Mayflower 6. Little Rock McClellan and Mills both trying to bounce back after disappointing losses a week ago. Mills trying to create a spark, getting a piece of the punt. That's Evan Garrett with the recovery. And a few plays later, it's Brian Nelson scooting in for the touchdown, and Mills was up 7-0. McClellan would come right back though. Edward Roberts eludes the pressure and delivers a first down strike. Then it's big Reggie Arnold piling in for the McClellan touchdown, but the Lions couldn't get in for the conversion, and Mills was still up 7-6. But McClellan would come back and score the decisive touchdown in a thrilling fourth quarter. Final score, McClellan 22, Mills 14. The winless Hot Springs Trojans visited Little Rock Parkview and quarterback Chris Kimball on Friday night. Kimbrough put on a show, hooking up with Eric Stone for a big game. That gets Parkview down to the 6. Then Justin McFadden will finish it with the touchdown, and Parkview was up 19-0. Hot Springs can't run or pass. That's Stone making the interception for Parkview. And a few plays later, Kimbrough hits Chad Mackey in stride, another touchdown, and Parkview pops the Trojans. Final score, Patriots 33, Hot Springs 6. And here's looking at Hooten's Arkansas football Class 4A rankings, brought to you by the Arkansas Army National Guard. Livonia stays undefeated, hanging 53 points in 3 quarters Friday night against BB. Robinson's number 2 after a big win at Lake Hamilton. Batesville beat rival Newport by 23 Friday night. Alma's strong at number 4. Then it's Greenwood and Morrilton. Blytheville is 3-0 and will play host to win next. There's the Yellow Jackets from Stuttgart. The Ricebirds beat Arkansas County rival DeWitt by 33. West Helena's number 10. Then it's Crossett and Oak Grove. Harrison has lost 2 in a row to Class 5A teams. Whitehall is 3-0 for the second season in a row. Siloam Springs is also 3-0 under first-year coach Billy Dawson. Then it's the Billies, Paragould, and Marion. Greenbrier is 5 points away from being undefeated. BB's number 21. Then it's Magnolia, Mills, and Hope, which lost a heartbreaker Friday night at Prescott.
Now the ConocoPhillips football, brought to you by First Security Bancorp.
We begin our Class 5A highlights in Jefferson County, where the winless Pine Bluff Zebras played host to Fayetteville Friday night. Fayetteville's defense has been highly touted this year, and here's why. Mark King's option pitch is picked off by Fayetteville's Mark Bonner. Will catch up with him, and Mark is going to go all the way for a touchdown. That put Fayetteville up 7-0. A little bit later, Fayetteville quarterback Hayden Sherman flushed out of the pocket. He's going to scamper for a 16-yard pickup. Then on 3rd down, Sherman on the shovel pass to Brent Phillips for 7 yards. On the next play, Lester Clark right up the gut, picks up the 3 yards and 31 more for a 34-yard touchdown run. And the Bulldogs would pick up their 2nd win of the year. Final score, Fayetteville 28, Pine Bluff 14. Hooten's Arkansas football had top-ranked Little Rock Central as a conservative 28-point favorite at Cabot Friday night. We expected Cabot to have trouble scoring. Look at Central's swarming D. Sacked backup quarterback John Flynn, getting decked right there by Charles Alexander. And on the punt return following that play, it's Thomas Page. This is Dedrick Poole's little brother. Cabot can't make a tackle. Every player on the team has a shot at him, but he's going to turn this into a 50-yard touchdown. Central was up 7-0. Then it's Central's Mickey Dean. He had 1,200 yards last year. He's got 16 on this play, and Central is up 14-0. A little bit later, still in the first half, Central quarterback Clark Irwin, our Sonic Super Team QB. He goes up top to Stuart Franks. 40 yards, breaking tackles, another touchdown. Central is up 21-0 at the half, and as expected, goes on to win with ease. Final score, Little Rock Central 35, Cabot 0. Searcy Lions traveling to Conway. Both teams searching for their first win of the season. Searcy would strike first. Chris Bryant hits Kevin Lewis, and Lewis won't go down. That puts Searcy up 7-0. The Lions were up 10-0 with time running out in the first half when Conway catches a break. Brandon Solberg's pass deflected, but Aaron Jackson hauls it in, and the clock stops with 1 second left. And on the next play, Solberg will keep it around the end for the touchdown and cut it to 3 at halftime, and the Wampus Cats would score late to win their first game of the season. Final score, Conway 17, Searcy 10. North Little Rock traveled up JFK Friday night in a battle of unbeatens. It was Sylvan Hills against the Charging Wildcats, and early on, North Little Rock goes to junior Vaughn Stuman for a tough 5-yard run. North Little Rock was up 7-0, but Sylvan Hills would roar back with Arthur Cooley running it in, and that made it 7-7. A little bit later, that's Brian Stickney with the interception for North Little Rock and sticking another touchdown on the board for the Charging Wildcats. Now, in the second quarter, it's tied at 14, and North Little Rock's Josh Dixon, he's a wounded duck, but Larry Jenkins hauls in the duck, and Charging Wildcats were up 21-14, but that's all the points North Little Rock can muster. As Sylvan Hills scored the final 17 and the final score. Sylvan Hills 31, North Little Rock 21. The Benton Panthers looking for their second win of the season, playing host to Class 4A Malvern, and this one was all Benton. Touchdown, Josh Brown takes the reverse, and the speedy senior makes it 7-0. Now, watch Panther quarterback Josh Langley getting out of trouble and getting into the end zone. That put Benton up 17-0. And a little bit later, it's Langley scrambling out of trouble again and adding another touchdown, and the Benton blowout was on. Final score, Panthers 45, Malvern 14. And here's looking at Hooten's Arkansas football Class 5A rankings. Central and Springdale, clearly the top two teams in the state. They will likely meet on the first Saturday in December at high noon at War Memorial Stadium. Jonesboro jumps up to number 3. Then it's Texarkana and Rogers moving up. Bryant is number 6 after a big win at Russellville. Cabot drops to number 8. Then it's undefeated Northside and Fayetteville back in the top 10. West Memphis is number 11. Southside drops to 12. There's Sylvan Hills jumping up to 13. North Little Rock's down to 14. Van Buren won its second game in a row. Then it's Lake Hamilton, McClellan, Benton, and Pine Bluff. Conway's 21, followed by the Tigers, the Cardinals, the Lions, and the Mountain Home Bombers at number 25.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by State Farm.
For our State Farm Play of the Week, we'll head back up to Cabot, where Little Rock Central faced little resistance and poor tackling on this play. Tiger senior speedster Thomas Page. He eludes multiple Cabot defenders on the punt return, weaves his way 45 yards for the touchdown, and that kick-started Central's 35-0 win. Central's Thomas Page turning in our State Farm Play of the Week. Coming up in December at the State Farm Awards, we'll be naming the Play of the Year, as well as an Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year for all 4 classifications, and a Coach of the Year for every classification. That's at the State Farm Awards, honoring Arkansas's top coaches and players, presented by Hooten's Arkansas Football. For watching Hooten's Arkansas Football tonight, we look forward to seeing you again next week at the same time, when we'll have highlights from the 4th week of the high school football season. And we look forward to seeing you then right here on Hooten's Arkansas Football.
You've been watching Arkansas's most watched sports show, Hooten's Arkansas Football.